Now friends, here I'm having a problem of time in work, a simple one. A can finish a task in 12 days, whereas B can finish the same task in 15 days. The work is started by A and B joins him after 3 days. Now how many more days they will take to complete the work? A very simple problem friends. See A and B, if we compare the timing ratio, it's 12 is to 15, or we can say it's 3 fours are and 3 fives are. That is 4 is to 5. That is days ratio, right? That means A is taking less days and B is taking more days. That means efficiency ratio will be reverse of that. That means A is more efficient than B, right? Now, just listen to me carefully. The problem is going to be very simple. Don't have to mug up any sort of formula or any detailed explanation is not there. A simple one. See, 12 days A is taking to complete the work. So that means in 3 days he might have completed 3 by 12. That is 1/4 of the work is already completed, right? Now B is joining. So together they have to do 3/4 of the work, right? Now listen to me carefully. Their efficiency ratio is 5 is to 4, right? So both of them will complete the work on the same day, obviously, and A will be doing 5/9 of the work and B will be doing 4/9 of the work, right? So 3/4 of the work is left and A is doing 5/9 of that work, right? Getting my point? So he will be taking 5 by 12 days to complete the work, right? Now 5 by 12. In 12 days he can complete the work, so 5 by 12 work can be done in just 5 days. A very simple calculation, even though no paperwork is not at all required. I repeat, A can finish the work in 12 days and B can do the same work in 15 days. That means their days ratio is 4 is to 5. That means their efficiency ratio is 5 is to 4. A has done the work for 3 days all alone. That means he might have finished 1/4 of the work. That means they are left with 3/4 of the work, right? Now, out of the remaining work, according to their efficiency, 5 by 9 work will be done by A and 4 by 9 work will be done by B, right? Now, 3/4 of the work is left, and out of that 3/4 work, or this 5 by 9 of this 3/4 work will be done by A, right? That means 5 by 12 work will be done by A. Now A can do the entire work in 12 days. That means 5 by 12 work will be done in just 5 days, right? So how many more days? 5 more days. You can go by A or you can go by B, right? If you go by B, just listen to me carefully. 3/4 of 4 by 9, that is 1/3 of the work will be done by B, right? Now B can do the entire work in 15 days. That means 1/3 of the work he'll be doing in 5 days, right? So after 5 days, the work will be finished. You don't have to calculate for A and B both, right? I have, for simplicity, I have explained you for both A and B, or for concept clarity, I have explained you for the both, right? Otherwise, you just need to calculate for one, either A or B. If you calculate for B, straight you can get that 1/3 of the work will be done by B, and if you calculate for A, 5 by 12 of the work will be done by A, right? So this or this. I hope you are clear with the concept. One more problem of time and work. A work can be completed by 4 men in 2 days, 4 women in 4 days, or 5 children in 4 days. Now friends, the problem is going to be very simple one. We have already discussed the concept of man days in our basic time and work session. That means 4 men, if they are taking 2 days, that means one person or one man will take 4 into 2, that is 8 days, right? So that is the work is of 8 men days. That means one man will take 8 days to complete the work, right? That is equal to 4 women for 4 days. That means 4 women are taking 4 days. That means one woman will take 16 days, right? So the work is either 8 men days or 16 woman days, right? That means women are less efficient. Then 5 children will take 4 days to complete the same work. That means one child will take 5 into 4, 20 days. That means the work is of 20 children days, right? So how do you interpret this expression? That means if one man do, he will take 8 days to complete the work. If one woman do, just one woman all alone, she will take 16 days to complete the work. If one child do, he will take 20 days to complete the work, right? This is the basic concept that is involved over here, right? It is quite obvious. If you can take a general life example, if two friends, suppose Ram and Shyam, they are taking maybe 1 day to complete a work, and if Ram alone does the same work, he will be taking 2 days. That means the work is of 2 man days. The same concept we are using over here. So the concept of man days should be clear in your mind, right? 4 men in 2 days, that means 8 man days. 4 women in 4 days, that means 16 women days. Or 5 children in 4 days, that means 20 children days. That means one child will take 20 days, or we can say 20 children will take 1 day. Both the stories are clear, right? 8 people will take 1 day, or 8 men will take 1 day, or 1 man will take 8 days. So here 1 woman will take 16 days, or 16 women will take 1 day. So that is the concept of man days, right? Now here what we can do, we are asked about 2 men plus 4 women plus 10 children. All of them are together involved in doing this work, right? So what I do, I convert men and women to children, right? So I just simplify that. 4 2s are 4 4s are 4 5s are. So 2 men is equal to 5 children. I write over here. 4 women is equal to 5 children, and 10 children are already there. So 10 plus 10, there are 20 children. That means this expression is equal to 20 children. Now 20 children will take 1 day to complete the work. Because one child will take 20 days, that means 20 children will take 1 day. Very simply you can do, right? If you are conceptually clear, you need to write this much and this much only, right? And after some practice, even this much is not at all required to be written. Okay, so these many people will take 1 day to complete the work. As simple as that. Now friends, problem from time and work. Previous year bank PO papers. 8 women can complete a work in 10 days, and 10 children take 16 days to complete the same work. How many days will 10 women and 12 children take to complete the work? Right? The same concept of women days and children days will be using over here. 8 women in 10 days, that means 80 women days is equal to 10 children take 16 days, that means 160 children days. That means one woman will take 80 days to complete the work, and one child will take 160 days to complete the work. That means one woman is equivalent to 2 children. One woman is equivalent to 2 children, right? Now we have 10 women and 12 children. So 10 women and 12 children, and one woman is equivalent to 2 children. That means 12 children are equivalent to 6 women. So in all, 10 women plus 12 children, that means 16 women, right? Now 8 women can complete the work in 10 days. That means if women are double, that means instead of 8, 16 women are there, then the days will be halved. That means 5 days, as simple as that, right? So if you are conceptually clear about woman day, this man days concept, so no paperwork is required at all, right? And this the problem is from previous year bank PO papers. So you can see the level of the problem. It's very easy if you are conceptually clear. Getting my point? 16 men can complete a piece of work in 8 days. 20 women take 16 days to complete the same piece of work. So what we do, we try to find out the efficiency or the capacity of men equivalent to women, right? So 16 into 8 man days is equal to 20 into 16 woman days, right? So 16, 16, 4, 2, 4, 5. That means 2 men are equal to 5 women. That means 1 man is equal to 2.5 women, right? Now 12 men and 10 women work for 6 days. Now 12 men are equivalent to 2.5 times, that means 12 into 2, 24 plus 6, 30 women. This 12 men are equivalent to 30 women. So 30 women plus 10 women, that means 40 women are working for 6 days, right? That means 240 women days work is already completed. Now the total work length is 20 women for 16 days, that is 320 woman days work is there. Total work is of 320 woman days. 240 woman days is already completed. So we are left with 80 woman days. 80 woman days. Now 10 women are going to do the work. We are left with the work of 80 woman days. That means 10 women for 8 days. Isn't it very easy? Similarly, in this problem, we'll be using the same concept. 12 men can complete the piece of work in 36 days. So 12 into 36 men days is equal to 18 women can complete the same work in 60 days. 60 days. 18 into 60 woman days, right? That means 1 man is equal to 5/2 women, or we can say 2.5 women. Now 8 men and 20 women work for 20 days. And the work length is of, you can say 18 into 60. That is 18 threes are 54. So 18 into 6 is 108. So it's 1080 woman days. The total that work is of 1080 woman days, right? Now 8 men and 20 women work for 20 days. Now 1 man is equal to 2.5 women. That means 8 men are equal to 8 to the 16 plus 4, 20. That means 8 men are equal to 20 women. Now 20 plus 20, total 40 women are there. 40 women are working for 20 days. That means 800 woman days work is already completed, right? 800 woman days work is already completed. That means 280 woman days work is left, right? And that has to be completed in 4 days. So divide by 4, we need 70 women, as simple as that, right? A very simple concept of time and work we are using over here. Getting my point? And limited amount of paperwork we have to do as far as possible to mental calculations. Okay? And all the problems which I am discussing are from previous year bank PO papers. Friends, we have a problem based on averages from previous year bank PO papers. In a class, the average height of 35 girls was measured as 160 centimeter. Later on, it was discovered that the height of one girl was misread, while her actual height was this. What is the actual average height of the girls? Very simple problem. The total height will be 35 into 160. From that, we need to deduct the data which was not correct. So we'll deduct 144 and we'll add 104. So precisely 40 will be the difference, that will be negative, right? This will be the new total. If we divide this new total by 35, we'll be getting the new average, right? So I divide the entire by 35. So do not multiply 35 and 160 at initial stage, because it may not be required, right? As you can see over here. So that's 160 minus 1.14, right? That means 158 and 158.86 around. So that we don't have among options. So that's none of these. Getting my point? Most of the students make this mistake. They multiply the figures, then they divide the figures. So that is unnecessary, spending of time. Okay. I hope you are getting my point. Now we have the problems based on ratio, proportion as well as percentage. The ratio of students in school A, B, C is 5, 4, 7. If the number of students in the school are increased by 20%, 25% and 20% respectively, what will be the ratio of students in school ABC? Now friends, 20%, 25%, 20%, 20%. 20% is what? 1 by 5, right? So the strength is increasing by 1 by 5. That means the new strength will be what? 6 by 5, that is 120%. You might have attended the basic percentage session, so you must be clear about it, right? So 120% is 6 by 5, right? 125% is 5 by 4 and 120% is 6 by 5. right? So that's I just cross multiply. So 5 6 are 30, 25 and 7 6 are 42. This will be the ratio 30, 25, 42. As simple as that, right? Hardly matter of 30-40 seconds. Now here, car A runs at the speed of 65 km per hour, reaches its destination in 8 hours. Car B runs at the speed and reaches its destination in 4 hours. We have to find out the distance ratio. Now distance, speed is what? Distance by time. That means distance is what? Speed into time, right? So speed of first car into time by speed of second car into time. So that's 13:7, as simple as that. Okay. Now here we have a sum based on simple and compound interest. Rohit invested some amount at the rate of this. At the end of 3 years, he got this as simple interest. How much compound interest he will get on the same amount and the same rate of interest after 2 years? Now friends, we know that simple interest remains same for every year, right? That means for 3 years, if he is earning this much, that means for per annum he is earning 1/3 of that, right? So 1/3 of that is 2910, around 2900. Now, this is a simple interest when 1 year is ending. Into 2, that is a simple interest when 2 years are ending. So that will be 5820. Now, but we have to calculate compound interest. That means at the rate of 6%, he'll be getting the interest on the first year simple interest, right? That means what he'll be getting? 6% of 2910. Getting my point? So this is the interest, simple interest for 2 years, but we have to calculate the compound interest. That means compound interest is what? That is interest on interest, right? So you'll be getting the interest on the first year's interest as well, right? So 5820 plus 6% of 2910. So 6% of 2910 will be 6. So that is 0. So that's 174.6. So 5820 plus 174, that's 5994.6. As simple as that. This much calculation is required and a matter of 40 seconds only. Getting my point? Now here, problem based on ratio and proportion. Ages ratio of Anubha and mother is 1:2. After 6 years, the ratio will be 11 and 20. What the ratio of their ages will be, and 9 years before, what was the respective ratio of their ages, right? Now, similar concept we have discussed in our basic ratio and proportion session. Here the difference between this two terms is 1 and here the difference is 9. So we cannot make the direct comparison. So what we will do, will make this difference as 9 as, I'm sorry, that 9 as well, yeah. So to make the difference 9, we'll multiply the this term, both the terms by 9. So it's 9 and 18, right? Now this is the present age, that is 9 part and 18 part, and this is the ages after 6 year. Now the difference is 2 part. Now 2 part is what? 6. That means 1 part is 3, right? That means present ages is 9 into 3, 27, and 8 into 3, 20, 18 into 3, 54. 27, 54. These are present ages, right? Now we are asked about 9 year before, so that must be 18 and that must be 36. Sorry, 9 years before, so that must be 45. So the ratio is 9:9:5, so 2:5. Okay. And the problem is from previous year bank PO papers and going to be very simple one. I'm sure you are getting this.